Welcome to ETE MCQs. Now let us solve a NPTEL assignment problem. Given h of n is equal to z inverse of h of z is stable, determine h of n, the inverse z transform of the system h of z is equal to so and so. So you are supposed to find the inverse z transform of the given h of z. H of z is equal to 3 divided by z minus 3 divided by z minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 8 z power minus 1. This is all we have. Now you take z common in the denominator. You have 3 divided by z into 1 minus 1 by 4 z inverse minus 1 by 8 z power minus 2. You take this z in the denominator to the numerator, you will get 3 times z inverse divided by 1 minus 1 by 4 z inverse minus 1 by 8 z power minus 2. Now the denominator can be further rewritten in terms of factors as 3 z inverse divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 z inverse the whole into 1 plus 1 by 4 z inverse. So this is your h of z, for which we are supposed to apply the method of partial fraction. Okay, and then we can find the inverse. Before we find the inverse, we need to know the formulas that are associated with Z transform. So Z transform of a power n into u of n is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus a z inverse. This is the respective Z transformation of a power n into u of n, whose ROC is given by modulus of z, and since the pole happens to be a, you just put a here. And since the transformation corresponds to a right-sided sequence, put a greater than sign. If this happens to be a left-sided sequence, you should put a less than sign. Okay, this one corresponds to a right-sided sequence, so you put a greater than sign. Now similarly, Z transform of minus a power n into u of minus n minus 1 is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus a z inverse. This is the respective Z transformation. Again, you can just notice that the transformations both are same. The time domain signal varies. Okay, there comes the importance of this region of convergence. Modulus of z, the respective pole is again a. Since this transformation corresponds to a left-sided sequence, you just put a less than sign. If this corresponds to a right-sided sequence, you should put a greater than sign. Both the transformations are one and the same, but they are strictly differentiated based on their time domain sequence. If the time domain sequence corresponds to a right-sided sequence, let us just represent it as RSS. If it corresponds to a right-sided sequence, you will have a greater than sign. If the same transformation corresponds to a left-sided sequence, you will have a less than sign. That is the main difference. Just be clear about it. You will have a respective diagram for ROC. Here in this case the ROC will be outside a circle of radius A, whereas in this case, the second case, the ROC will be less than a circle of radius A. Okay, so these two are the cases we are supposed to keep in our mind. Now let us go ahead with method of partial fraction to solve this problem further. Based on method of partial fraction, this right hand side can be rewritten as 3 times z inverse divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 z inverse the whole into 1 plus 1 by 4 z inverse, which is equal to a divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 z inverse plus b divided by 1 plus 1 by 4 z inverse. Upon cross multiplication, you will get 3 times z inverse divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 z inverse into 1 plus 1 by 4 z inverse is equal to a into 1 plus 1 by 4 z inverse plus b into 1 minus 1 by 2 z inverse, the whole divided by the denominator is 1 plus 1 by 4 z inverse into 1 minus 1 by 2 z inverse. So upon cancellation of the denominator, we get 3 times z inverse is equal to a into 1 plus 1 by 4 z inverse plus b into 1 minus 1 by 2 z inverse. Now we can substitute any value for z inverse so that we can find a and b. A and b are arbitrary constants, both are to be identified. Now when I substitute z inverse is equal to 2, I will be able to find a. So when z inverse is equal to 2, so what do you get? You get 3 into 2 is equal to a into 1 plus 1 by 4 into 2 plus b into 1 minus 1 by 2 into 2. So 2 and 2 upon cancellation, you have 1 minus 1, 0. This becomes 0. So you will end up with 6. 3 into 2 is equal to 6 is equal to a into 1 plus 1 by 2. 1 plus 1 by 2 is 3 by 2. So you have 6 is equal to 3 by 2a, which implies, just cancel out these two, 3 and 6 you will get, which implies a is equal to 4. So you get a is equal to 4. Now you go for the other case, when z inverse is equal to minus 4. When z inverse is equal to minus 4, just substitute it here. You get 3 into minus 4 is equal to, so that I can find b, 1 plus 1 by 4 into minus 4 plus b into 1 minus 1 by 2 into minus 4. So 1 minus 1 becomes 0. So a into 0. So you have minus 12 is equal to a into 0 plus b into 1 plus 2. These two upon cancellation, you get a minus 2 here. So it becomes 1 minus of minus 2 becomes plus 2. So you get 1 plus 2, which is equal to 3. So minus 12 is equal to 3 times b, which implies b is equal to minus 4. So a is equal to 4 and b is equal to minus 4. So we have got the values for a and b. So substituting the value of a and b in the partial fraction, we get h of z is equal to 4 divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 z inverse minus b is again 4 minus 4 divided by 1 plus 1 by 4 z inverse. Now taking inverse z transform, we are supposed to take the inverse in such a way that it satisfies the condition that the system is stable. That is what is given in the question. We want the result to satisfy the condition that the system is stable. So taking inverse Z transform, how can you make it stable? When you just get back to the, what I can say, the pole zero plot, you can notice that you have both the poles inside the unit circle. Both the poles lie inside the unit circle. So both should be a right-sided sequence. If both happens to be right-sided sequence, the overall ROC will be outside 1 by 2. Both are assumed to be, both are assumed to be a right-sided sequence. If both happens to be a right-sided sequence, then obviously you will get the ROC, overall ROC to be outside 1 by 2. So when you take the inverse Z transform, H of Z on taking inverse Z transform will get you H of n, 4 is a constant, inverse Z transform of 1 divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 Z inverse, the inverse of this, and I assume that it is a right-sided sequence. So the inverse is going to be a power n into u of n. Instead of a, you have 1 by 2. Okay, this part. So you will have 4 into 1 by 2 the whole power n into u of n. Okay, this is for the first term. Next term is it is minus 4 again. Again it should be a right-sided sequence. Since you have 1 plus 1 by 4, a is minus 1 by 4. So you have minus 1 by 4 the whole power n into u of n. So this is your h of n. Now in order to have a better understanding, let us focus on the ROC of the given problem. Real part of Z, imaginary part of Z. Let the unit circle be represented as one and minus one. And you have a pole at 1 by 2 or 0.5. The pole is represented by a x. So this is 1 by 2. And the other one is minus 0.25 or minus 1 by 4. It should be on the other side. So it is minus 1 by 4. So this is your basic pole zero plot. Now for this problem, it is very clear that both the terms corresponds to a right-sided sequence. So for this term, you will have the ROC outside 1 by 2, and for this particular, the second pole, minus 1 by 4, you will have the ROC outside minus 1 by 4. So the overall ROC will be outside 1 by 2. So you will have the resulting ROC as a circle of radius 0.5 has to be drawn, and your region of convergence will be outside this circle. The overall region of convergence will be outside this circle. So your resulting ROC is outside 1 by 2. Modulus of Z greater than 1 by 2. This is how we represent the region of convergence. It is outside a radius of circle 1 by 2. The ROC includes the unit circle, hence the system is stable. And since the ROC includes infinity, the system is also causal. So the final resulting impulse response corresponds to both a stable system as well as a causal system. Thank you.